Good morning. Happy Tuesday to you.
Buenos dias. I can't seem to find us.
Well, you're not being loud. I say you need to be loud. She's like, I'm always loud. Then she's like, hello, good morning, buenos dias. Good morning, Pat. How are you today?
It's because I'm very delicate with
You are
you.
not delicate. You are not a flower. You are like a prickly thistle that is going to last forever. Morning, Leslie. How are you today?
Unlike you.
Yes. Well, so yesterday was my sick day. It is only, I think, the second time I've ever had an intestinal thing in Mexico. Like in Mexico, you're supposed to have, oh, your stomach, the problems. Yeah, no. But yeah, it was a very interesting day. I fasted yesterday, and it
Good
is
morning, Wendy. And her first thing is, "Oh, John."
what?
How do people know that that's your name? Oh, John.
It is my name. And Leslie says, great here, thanks. Um,
We're
I've
having
had
issues.
I've had young children, 9-year-old girls say, "Oh, John." Like, how do people know? It's just so funny
Good
to
morning,
me.
Karen. How are you?
Maybe that's what it should say on my tombstone. Oh, John.
I'm not putting you in a tune.
Why are you whispering? Stop
She told me I
it.
had to talk loud, so I'm going to talk really quiet.
My head is going to explode.
Oh, hi, Debbie. How are you this morning?
So we have
Hi,
an
Blair.
incredibly busy day today. We have lots to do. Also, we're meeting with the tile guy. That's kind of cool. It's going to be awkward with the other workers there that we have another guy coming.
Well, it is what it is.
Don't you remember, though, we did that previously? We had a guy working on our house, brought in another guy. He just left, never finished the work he was going to do, and he owed us probably 15,000 pesos worth of work. Never got it.
Way to go.
Who was that guy? That was Jesus, right? Jesus left us so early.
No, Jesus is not like us.
No, but this Jesus did.
Jesus left us.
Jesus left us. And it is so weird in the English language, to call your kid Jesus. That would be like sacrilegious.
Good morning, Jolene. It's working. Eva, thank you. This is a dress. So Debbie said nice
It is
dress.
a very pretty dress.
It is a dress. It's got, see if I can't really show you because it's short.
No.
It's got this kind of triangular.
She's lifting up her dress.
Just you still can't see, but it's got this little triangular thing and it's all stitched. It's really quite lovely. I bought it in Mexico City when we were there.
It is very pretty. I've never seen this dress before, and that's kind of like a lot of them. She just buys them, packs them away, pulls them out, and says, "We talked about this before."
Good morning,
we never
Jay.
did. She does this crap to me all
I
my
never
days.
once said we talked about this dress, but when I was buying it, you walked up to me and you're like,
Can't believe you're buying a dress.
that was at the Bazaar del Sabado.
Now she's actually I'm saying voices to make it realer so it appears maybe we did talk about this.
Oh, you are so irritating.
You know,
Karen said she had poor reception on John's link. Hope you can see me. Yes, I can, Karen. I can see you on mine. Yeah, John's having. I think we both were having a little bit of issues. I think it's better now.
So
and Jay, muy bonitas, muchas gracias.
The whales that we have on the television, at first I loved them.
Above the television.
Above the television. And at first I loved them. But now when I look at the tails are just wrong. It's more like.
Did you see me roll my eyes,
it's
please?
Fish tails on the whales above the television.
I don't think so. That's how whales.
No, whales are flat tails. They're flat. They move like dolphins, and no, fish move like that.
Oh, because they couldn't make them go stick
They
out
can't.
from the wall.
I know.
They're turned a little bit.
But
use your imagination.
They're whales that need a chiropractor. Really bad. These are deformed whales. They're still pretty. Don't get me
Yeah,
wrong.
Jay's on John's feed and it's all good. Yeah, I think whatever little glitches we were having have straightened themselves out.
Well, I had to delete everything and then redo
No,
it
but even
again.
this morning it was hesitant on both tablets. It would freeze.
Wow.
And yours is really blurry compared to mine. Like really blurry. How is that possible? Because look at my feed.
Your feet is beautiful, but you are beautiful. For a prickly thing that can hurt you. So we're taking some folks out today to show them some houses. I really think we've got Casa Kim. And if you haven't seen Casa Kim, I think you go mex.me /Casa Kim, CASAKIM. It's a $190,000 house. It's a block and a half away from us. It's just a great house. It's on 2 lots. Yesterday we showed some people properties, and everything he said he wanted. Casa Kim.
But they're not ready to buy.
Casa Kim.
They don't have
Casa
the
Kim.
money.
I would
They have to sell their house, baby.
I would go back home and make it work because it's going to be very tough to find a place that has solar panels, double lot, cemented lot, and we know how much that costs because we're doing it right now. But our property's almost done. So now I'm considering getting that back wall done as well. But Christie's like,
kill you.
no, we're not doing any extra work right now. And I think if these guys were faster, it would be fine. They're good. Do not get me wrong. But the guys next door, they bought they got a cement truck and put in the floor in like
The ceiling.
the ceiling an hour, 2 hours. The
Roof,
cement
whatever
truck
you
was
wanna
there, and they did probably 3 weeks or 2 weeks of work of what the guys did at our house in 2 hours. Very frustrating. But the guy's work is so good. It really is good. Christy loves him.
Well,
Loves
and he's
him.
just a nice, charming man too.
But that's the problem. You got a nice, charming guy who maybe sells his services. Is like, I'm employing 4 or 5 per people, and we do slow motion because they don't want to get it done. I'm like, just make your money, move on. Make your money, move on. Make your money, move on.
You don't know why he's going slow. It's not like we're paying him extra because he's taking time. So your theory doesn't even make sense.
No, no. But what he was saying was it was going to be done in 3 weeks. We are over 2 months now.
We've added stuff,
But we
changed
haven't
things.
added enough to make it over 2 months.
Well, we're just gonna agree to disagree.
You're not just yeah.
Why are you so grumpy?
Well, no, I'm not grumpy. I'm just thinking about this, and it is very frustrating. But the guy's good. He is good. But man, building a house should
I'd
not be in
rather
slow
see
motion.
someone take twice as long and do amazing work than get it done fast and then have problems, which is what we've done in every other job in our house that we have done. We wanted someone to do it fast. And look where we got.
My roof, that was funny. My roof, they said it was going to be a 3-day job. It ended up being almost 2 months. So if they say it's a 3-day job,
And he was getting paid by the day, so this is a totally different guy.
yeah, it is. They're getting paid by the job, not by. But then again, that's
Morning,
the problem.
Jeff.
So you need to decide early on if you're going to pay by the day or by the job. If you're going to pay by the job, you need to say it needs to be done by this amount of time, or else you start cutting off. And that would be brilliant if we would have done like a traditional North American contractor, where the longer they take, the less you pay. That would have been
I
fantastic.
am not letting John make these decisions. I want things done the way I want them. We have both added things to this thing, so he's had to change things up. So
He did seal our roof, and it's nice because if you know our roof, we'd have all these cracks and stuff because Jesus. But he did come and seal everything, so now we have 0 leaks. So we can probably paint the house again. We should paint it anyways. But I guess we'll wait until after rainy season. And I do want to also, we have like dirt and stuff that comes on the paint, and there's ways that you can actually create it where the water just goes away and doesn't do that. And I think we need to do that because it just looks yucky.
Yeah, we could either do an actual whole trough system, or
And at the front of the house, where we have our electrical room, or what was our water room, which is now changed.
so it's just an empty room with a fuse box in it.
Well, in the panels, the panel for the house is
Yeah,
there as well.
that's the fuse box.
No, I thought you meant like the thing that cleans the electricity. Because we also have electricity cleaners. They come in and they sweep it up and they make it all nice. But that area is kind of a dead zone, so we've got all of this green mold because the sun never touches this area.
Yeah,
So we do need to start taking care of that area, or
that
just
all we need is a pressure washer.
or grow banana trees higher, just
No.
so people can't see it. Well, I do want to the window over by the banana trees. Everything else now we've got privacy around the house, so you can walk around in your underwear if you want. But over at that window in front of our kitchen, we need to put some plastic so the light comes through, but you can't see below. So that way you can go in your underwear if you want and get your coffee.
I don't want you walking around in your underwear.
I'm saying you. It needs to be high enough for you
It
because
would have to be then up to my neck.
Or cover your face so we don't ruin the property values. Our last house, we probably did destroy the property values because there were so many windows. It was very hard to.
But we had big, tall brick walls around the whole thing.
No, on the second floor. On the second floor.
We had no close neighbors though then. Now there's more people with higher. But at that time when we lived there, there was nobody I don't think could have seen they would have had to really been looking.
There is so much money being spent
Yeah.
in all of Bucerias, that everywhere is getting better and better
Ew,
and better.
Jeff says. Oh, I have that gift for Claudia here. We'll be here till noon. We have coaching, so if you guys get here between 10:30 and noon, I can give Claudia her gift. It's not really a gift. It's just a little thoughtful.
Should we leave them here?
I can leave it here. Yeah.
We will leave them here because we do have meetings after coaching today and showings. We don't know if we're going to be able to come back. We are showing Casa Kim is one of the houses that we're showing. There are so few houses that are available right now under a certain point. There's just few houses.
Mm-hmm.
If you look online, like the existing inventory, there is such little inventory. It is funny though. There is a house in our neighborhood. It's listed at 121,000, and it's right beside the little 5 apartment thing that we're buying, and same owner, and he wants the same price for the 5-plex as he does for this house. Now the 5-plex has 5 apartment units that all generate income, and it's on the same size lot as what he's selling. But on the listing, it says tear down option because it probably all should be torn down.
It's pretty rough looking.
It's very rough. It all should be torn down.
Not the 5-plex. This little house.
So you're going to want to spend between $5,000 and $10,000 to remove the property, and you're still spending $121,000 on that lot. Well, that brings the price of the lot up to $131,000. That's $131,000 for a 2,000 square foot lot. That is stupid.
In that neighborhood.
Because you can go in the golden
beside
zone.
an ugly 5-plex.
In the golden zone and get a lot for $130,000, same price. So it was just dumb to put a tear down option available because it's not worth it. So if they were selling it for $60,000, I think we would buy it because it would just make sense to buy that house because it's got a yard.
John thinks he's Donald Trump.
No. It's just if we get a good price, it's a good idea because all of those prices are going up. Yeah. And that would be a good place to throw the pool that we want to do.
Hi, Jen, and hi, Harold. How are you?
Yes. How are you?
So Wendy has to go mow the lawn at the cabin this morning while it's still coolish. Have a good day.
That's going to be
Christie,
fantastic.
you too, John. Wendy, thanks for joining us again, and have fun mowing your lawn.
Yes. I imagine I'm not going to eat again today. I like not eating. It's just, it feels good in my body, and especially after the 3 days. Then it's like you're not thinking about food at all. Because I haven't eaten in, it's got to be 36 hours. Oh no, probably longer because it was breakfast. We had brunch.
Yeah, but then we
So-
had popcorn that night.
Oh, we did have popcorn that night. Maybe that's what got my stomach upset.
I doubt it wouldn't last for that many days.
No, it wouldn't. Okay, so what can we tell these fine folks today? There's a great video I posted on YouTube today on the Nomad Capitalist. So go to my page on YouTube. It's 10 minutes or whatever. I like the Nomad Capitalist. His thing is he works with 6 and 7 figure entrepreneurs, maybe 7 and 8 figure entrepreneurs. I can't remember what his tagline is. But he moves them to different countries and gets them passports, things like that. The first thing he was talking about, or second, was the Mexico passport. How it's a good passport to have, and it's absolutely one I am getting, just so we can get our properties that are not owned by the corporation out of the trusts that they're in. And we do recommend for foreigners, you want it in a trust. If you're living in Mexico, there are reasons.
But then it still has to go through probate. Why would you do that?
No, because you're alive and you're here. So it's different.
So when
Christie.
we die, we'll switch it. Is that what you're telling me?
Maybe not.
No, you're not.
No, it will still work
Karen
because I
wants to know
live
what
here.
you drink on your fast.
Just water. Yeah, I
Did
don't.
John post the market report? No, he hasn't yet.
No, I haven't. And the market is. It's funny because the market looks worse than it was last month, but it's not. It's actually better. And it's only better because there's no new inventory. So we have, I think, 20 less sales. Now I'm speaking only Riviera Nayarit condos. Um, but yeah, it is. It's absolutely amazing what's still going on, and we're feeling it. I mean, we still have people buying and putting in offers.
Mm-hmm.
It really is, and everybody is feeling this. So I can't wait until the market slows down or collapses, which will be years, unfortunately. But when that happens, that's going to be when we shine because we're ready for it.
You say the weirdest things.
We are ready for it. It was in 2009 when the world looked like it was going crazy. And I saw all of this stuff happening and did not realize the world was collapsing around us. The first thing was all of the billboards were stale. Like they started to look run down and hanging in the wind. They got rid of billboards in our state. So I just kind of maybe assumed that was what was happening there, but it wasn't.
No, I think in Jalisco they got rid of billboards. We got billboards all up this highway by.
No, not during that time.
Oh.
In that time, there was no billboards in Nayarit. They were getting rid of all of them. In Jalisco, they were all run down and ragged, and all of a sudden, all these for rent signs downtown in Vallarta were happening. And I wasn't paying attention enough to realize that stuff was happening. This time around, nothing's really happening right now. I know in the US and Canada there is a pressure on housing, but it's going to take 1 to 2 years before it hits Mexico, only because the people that are coming here are abandoning Canada and abandoning the Northern America permanently. Like they're selling everything to come down here. And at that point, you're kind of all in, and you don't care what's going on. I always tell people we're dealing with between 40 and 60 Canadians and Americans right now, and we're just one company here, and there's lots and lots of agents in the Bay. So there's a lot of people that want to move down here permanently. And this was that video that I was posting. It was talking a little bit about that also. Also, how Mexico isn't just Vallarta. Mexico, we've got areas that are like Banff in Mexico. No snow, or very little snow, but only in the wintertime. But pine trees, that smell, I love that smell. Like in Michoacan, in Oaxaca, you've got these places that are in the mountains, beautiful, stunning places. Where Zach lived, all pine trees, coniferous. But yeah, Mexico really is so much more than this area. And for me, it wasn't until we did a missionary trip. The three oldest kids and myself, 2 3 years after we lived here, we went to southern Mexico, and driving through, learning that this, even state by state, this country is completely different.
Hmm.
Each state, like when you cross Jalisco, you go through Colima, and then it's, I believe, Guerrero. Guerrero is disgusting. Colima was beautiful. Colima was amazing because it's a small state. They've got lots of income from ports. I saw the biggest shipping container ship. Remember that one when we did a road trip in 2010, and we drove that way, and there was that massive Chinese. It was
Hmm.
it was
That was in.
mind-boggling, and you see them on YouTube now. It was crazy. Yeah, so they're building all kinds of ports and stuff all over Mexico. So Mexico's a great place to be right now. It really is. So if you want to move to Mexico, we'll help you.
Yeah.
And we can also get you your doctors, your dentists, your architects, housekeepers. Except housekeepers are tough, but at the same time, there's people we can help with that. We can help you with everything to live your Mexico life. We can help.
My mom said that she was talking to a guy here the other day who is familiar with Bucerias and was interested in possibly buying property in a retirement area. Well, you know who to send him to, Mom.
Yep, we can help. We're dealing with lots of Canadians.
Yeah.
And the problem with Canadians is generally their budget is lower. And because the budget is lower, there's not a lot of
It's
inventory.
very limited inventory.
And that is why we bought the 5 unit apartment. Because it's so low rental, we're going to be slumlords. No, we're not. But it's so entry level that it is always, always, always going to be rented.
The area by Guadalajara is Lake Chapala, and it's the town of Ajijic, or Chapala.
And that is where the old people live. And it's funny, we've had 80 and 90-year-old people here tell us that's where the old people live. So it's a mindset more than a reality. Mind you, they would call us kids at the parties.
There's not much open late at night there. Like we're
No.
talking 8, 9 o'clock late.
And also, we do know people that have lived in those areas. And it was funny, we were chatting with one gal, and she was talking about how she was hearing grinders and stuff all the time at the neighbor's house and just thinking it was construction. But it was bad guys cutting into a house and other houses.
To rob them.
They were robbing them. And the people there really, you know, they've had a lot of robberies, etc., in those areas. And it's funny because you hear noises like that and you just assume construction's going on. Right now, you would assume that in our neighborhood it's construction going on. But nope, they're being robbed.
Better get those cameras up.
Exactly. You had to say that, didn't you?
They've only been in the box for almost 2 years.
We do have cameras at our office. I asked Gaddy to find out how we can share the one for the view for the water because it's just beautiful. It really is. We do have cameras, video cameras at our house I bought a year and a half ago. They're still not hooked up, but they will be because we do have the pool now, etc. We just want to make sure that it's all good.
Mm-hmm.
And somebody would stop talking to me about that. We did finalize our logo. Thank you, Angela, for that. So that's good. We have a finalized logo. So now we're going to start really putting out the materials, etc. Also, we will have clothing by this high season, so that's going to be nice.
Oh, t-shirts for sure.
T-shirts for sure, and probably some hoodies and stuff. So Chapala area sounds boring. Good morning, Jeff. Leslie, Chapala is boring. Now, I mean, there are people that live there that love it, but it's really not for people who want to live life to the fullest. And here the sun ages you.
So my mom said that this guy and his wife are some kind of federal agents. They just returned from some job in Poland. Wow. And Eva has to go, so she's saying goodbye.
Yeah. Well, we can go too.
Yeah, we have an appointment in a couple of minutes here. So we're going to say goodbye.
All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in. We will chat very soon. And please, to watch that video on my Facebook really is good. Nomad Capitalist.